Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on Happy RC Flyer here on YouTube. I trust you had a good Memorial Day weekend with your family and friends and took a time to observe the memories of those who have bled and given their lives for the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy today. And that includes the liberty and freedom to fly FPV and to mess around with RC. This is Tools and Tips Tuesday, and today we're going to answer the question, how do you mount your DJI O4 Lite air units? Those of you that have been in the FPV community for some time now have been following this air unit. We've all been excited about it. There were some rumors about it. We had a lot of anticipation for this air unit. I kind of dabbled a little bit with walk snail because I didn't really think that DJI would come out with one, a micro air unit. But needless to say, they did not disappoint. And so here we are with the DJI all-new 10-gram air unit board. Of course, with this comes some challenges, because if you see the mount that they send with it, or the camera cover and frame around the camera lens of how to mount this, it's a little tricky. Now, some quads it doesn't work too bad, but other aircrafts we're just kind of left a little bit perplexed on how to mount that, and different people have been trying this challenge from different ways, and so we're going to be answering that in the video today. We're going to be talking about these little camera lenses, or camera shells. I keep wanting to call them camera frames, but they're actually called camera shells by FlyWoo. And there'll be a link for it in the video description. If you don't want to watch the whole video and you just want to jump right to the product, you're welcome to do that. These are only $4. They're about $1 a piece. They come in a 4-pack, and they just clip right on the camera unit and give an option for a direct swap from your little quads, your FlyWoo quads, like the FlyLens, the FlyTime, and the FlyBee. All of those can be transferred over, no problem. Really easy for $4. So we're going to be talking about that in today's video. As you can see behind me, it's pretty rainy. It's kind of a dreary day. It's a good day, not really for flying airplanes so much, unless you want to fly inverted with the floats pointed upwards because it's raining. It just slacked off here a little bit ago. But it's a great day for messing around with RC boats, so keep your eyes out for some RC boat footage in the future. It's always a good day for RC. It just depends on what kind of RC you need. Depends on the weather. So anyway, we're going to get into the video. If you haven't done so already, please take time to subscribe. Most of my viewers are not subscribed, and subscribing helps grow the channel. We're here to help grow the hobby. If you like that unbiased perspective on things, I'm just a hobbyist. I don't make any money from YouTube. I don't make any money from the products. I don't get special discounts for the products that I showcase on my channel. It's just here to share in the fun of the hobby, to share some items that make the hobby a little more enjoyable, less of a headache, some things that you might find enjoyable, and to try to keep your interest up in the RC hobby. It's fun. There's a place in the hobby for everybody, and that's just what we're here to do, sharing the fun of the hobby. So make sure you're subscribed, and check out the bell icon. If you want to click that, that'll notify you of future video uploads when I upload a new episode of Tools and Tips Tuesday like today, or showcase another product, or just out sharing some footage of some RC fun. Then you'll get a notification in your inbox for your YouTube. Hit that big like button. That big thumbs up button lets me know what you guys like in the video, and it helps YouTube know that you like the video, and it helps it get to other people. So make sure, if you like the content, to hit the big thumbs up button. It lets me know what you guys like. Drop a comment or a question if you have one, whether it's about this item, whether it's about DJI O4 stuff. As you see, I've got both air units and I've been starting to fly and have fun with them. Hopefully we'll have some more footage upcoming, and talk about swapping some of the quads that were O3 over to O4. I've been really impressed with it, flying on the Goggles 3. And anyway, it's a lot of fun. We don't want to spoil it too much, but whether it's about DJI FPV stuff, whether it's about RC boats, RC cars, drones, helicopters, airplanes, big stuff, little stuff. If you have a question, don't get stuck. Feel free to share that in the comment section. If you have an idea for a future video, maybe there's a product that you think would make life a little easier for me, and you'd like me to share it. Again, I don't do any sponsorships. I don't do that free stuff and try to get people to buy stuff. I just share in the hobby. So if you're a fellow hobbyist, you have something to share, I always enjoy hearing from you guys in the comment section. And then make sure you share this video with a friend. That helps people find the channel, helps people enjoy the hobby, and don't spam people with it. But if you think you have a friend that might enjoy this content, the unsponsored, unbiased hobbyist perspective, then make sure you share this channel with somebody else. Let's get into it. As we mentioned already, this video is going to be about answering the question, how do you mount your DJI O4 Lite air unit. So we're calling it the Lite. A lot of guys in the community are calling it the Lite version, and that just means the one cell board. I don't know if you've seen the video out already, the difference between the O4 Pro and the O4 Lite. Hopefully you did. I think that was like last week, at least at the time of this filming. But the Lite version is what we're calling the O4, which is the 10-gram one cell board. And then, of course, the Pro is this one here, and it has the full air unit with dual antennas. It puts out a lot more power. I think this one only puts out 700 milliwatts. It's 10 grams. The full-size air unit has dual antennas. It puts out, I think, 1,200 milliwatts, and it's closer to like 35, 34 grams. Of course, there's added features in the bigger air unit. It's also more expensive. So I think a lot of people are going to be using this O4 Lite as a substitute in some of their aircraft, whether it's airplanes or boats or trucks or cars, whatever it is. Now, I'm using it already in some of my quadcopters. As I mentioned, I've been flying the FlyWoo FlyBee 16. That is a really fun little quad. Hopefully, the tariff prices will adjust on that, get it back down within reach. Because as I've mentioned, I don't really recommend that you get into it unless you can find a good price on something that's used equipment. And with buying used, there are a lot of caveats with that. There are a lot of things you need to double check and make sure you're getting something that's of good quality. When you're buying used, you don't know what kind of condition it's in, unless maybe it's from a friend. So use that with caution if you do buy something used. But as far as buying new, it's not really the good time to get into FPV. A lot of things, the prices have just jumped up on us. But this O4 Air unit is still the same price as what it was before. If you want to purchase this on Amazon or the O4 Pro, the O4 Pro is $229. It was that price before the tariffs came. It's still that price on Amazon. If you want to purchase that, I just purchased one last week for that $229. These are $109 for the 10-gram board, and the price is still the same if you buy it through Amazon directly from DJI. So maybe you didn't know that, but now you do. A lot of people have been asking the question, how do we mount this in? Of course, with the FlyBee 16, it already came mounted in because that was a bind and fly quad. The way I purchased it with DJI O4, that was the first quad I think that I purchased bind and fly with the O4 system on it. So that already was mounted up. But we have this little 1S board, and it's super tiny. We'll show you some close-up images of it about this time on the side of the screen there. But this has been a lot of fun in the little fly times, or the FlyBee 16 quad, and really super lightweight. And like I said, I think a lot of people are going to want to mount this in other things as well. But you can see this little camera frame or camera mount that comes with it. It's kind of weird looking the way the holes and stuff are. The mounting options are just kind of a little bit interesting. Of course, that just clips on there. You probably can't see that. We'll maybe put some images on the side of the screen so you can see here what I'm talking about. But what we really want to talk about in this video is this here. You step offset. Grab this. These are really lightweight. Obviously, the wind picked up in it and blew them off the side of the screen. But FlyWoo sells these. They are on their website currently. Just checked. They're the same price as when I purchased them. And they are $4 or $3.99. You get a 4-pack. As you'll see here, they are different colors. We'll put some close-up images so you can see what I'm talking about. There is a really brilliant red. There is a nice yellow. There's a really sharp-looking purple. And then, of course, black. And there's 4 of them that come in a pack. They're $3.99 or $4. You can order them directly from FlyWoo if you want. I'm sure that if you buy them from other companies on the state side, that there'll be a little price hike with the tariff adjustment. So keep that in mind. If you order directly from a company that's based in China, you are going to get a surprise when it comes across the U.S. customs. If you're from the U.S., wow, the wind is picking up here. But these already have a little threaded bolts here. They already have little threaded nuts built in, so then you just put your screws in from the side. I believe that they come with screws. Nope, I take that back. They do not come with any screws, just the plastic mounts. You might be able to get the screws. I think this comes with screws. I don't know. The O4 Lite only comes with screws and rubber boot mounts, I think, to mount the board down into a quad. So I haven't checked to see if those screws will mount in. But if I didn't mention already, FlyWoo designed these so that these are a direct fit if you're taking any of your FlyWoo quads, like the FlyLens, the FlyTimes, I think the FlyBee, any of those little sub-micro quads. that have or used to come with the DJI O3D case. They would call it the naked. I just call it D case because that's what it is. It's just has the case removed from it to save on weight. Before the O4 Lite version came out, we all used to do the O3s and take the case off of them, remove the thermal grease, and achieve a really good quality image with a really lightweight air unit. But maybe you have a quad like that and you want to switch it over to the DJI O4 Lite air unit. You need to just purchase these. These are a direct fit. So the spacing, the millimeter spacing and everything, the one screw is a direct fit. So if you get, you have one of your old quads and you get a new air unit, grab up a pack of these and throw them on there. So I feel like they're really a really good deal. Obviously, why I purchased them. They have to be something that I'm interested in. I don't just advertise anything for any company. I'm not here just to advertise to you guys, and I'm not here necessarily just to entertain. If you're just entertained by these videos, that's fine, of course. But here to share products that make my life a little easier, things that I think are kind of cool, and I want to share with you guys. So these are not 3D printed. Some people have asked, are these little camera shells, are they 3D printed? They are not. That is another option, though. If you want to make a little camera shell adapter that clips into your air unit, then you can. If you have a 3D printer, you got access to one, have a friend that has one, you can download. There are some options online. I think Thingiverse. I don't know if I'll put any on there, but maybe some of you guys in the comment section have some ideas or you've used some that you'll like. Feel free to drop that in the comment section. But these are injection molded, so they're a lot better quality than... some of you guys are going to beat me up probably for that, but I feel like the looks of them is a lot better quality than something that's 3D printed. So they just look a little more sleek. They have like a glossy finish on them. They're not painted. I think they're just injection molded out of the colored plastic that they are. So, all right, let's get in here. Let's weigh these things and see how much they weigh. Turn on our little handy dandy scales here. These little scales come in pretty handy. If you haven't seen already, I have a video about these, and they have worked pretty nice for me. Again, they're probably not the most precise thing, but for what I'm doing, they work pretty well, and I think they're only like $8. So I'm finding out that these are 1.2 grams. As you can see, we'll put a picture up here on the side of the screen. And let's see here, trying to get it to zero out again. I think my batteries might be going dead. This is the one I carry in my hobby box. But it looks like they're about 1.2 grams, right around 1 gram. So it is going to add a little bit of weight. But hey, if your camera's not mounted down, how are you going to fly around? I think all the different colors are all the same weight. I assume that they would be, but I just want to double check. So 1.2 grams is what I'm getting. And then, of course, as I mentioned, they come with 4 of them. So gives you an option. You buy one of these, pretty cost effective. Or quads, you can upgrade for your quads. Or mount them in aircrafts or something else. Maybe whatever you want to mount them in. And let's go ahead and show you what they look like when they're clipped on. So we can get the factory mount off. And flip it on here. Flip in there really nice. Have a good fit. The only thing you have to watch is make sure that your screws are not too long, because as your screw feeds in, eventually at some point it's going to come in and make contact with the board. So make sure you're using the correct size screws. You don't want them screwing in pressing on the camera board. But there they are. We'll show a picture up here on the side of the screen so you can see how that is with them clipped in there. I already did another video. I don't know if it's posted at this point yet, but there are also some options from Axis Fly. They also make some little camera mounts and little camera cases. And of course, with this are some also, they make a shell, like a case for the DJI O4 Lite. So that's going to be featured in a different video. They have plastic, they have aluminum or CNC aluminum. And so look for that in another video in the future. But wanted to make you guys aware of this. Like I said, a lot of people had the question, how do I mount these? It's kind of a weird design that DJI came up with. I don't understand why they did that. I just do me and they do them. So I'm not an engineer by any stretch, but I thought you guys might enjoy seeing that they have these little camera shells. So again, as a quick reminder, subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment, share the video with a friend. Thanks for watching this episode of Tools and Tips Tuesday. We'll look for you in the next one. Catch you later.